So, you got a Snowjoe snowblower, and it won't come on unless you use one hand or your pinky to hold down the safety override. I'm going to show you how to bypass that mofo. Stay tuned. Okay, so you got my Snowjoe behind me. If you've seen part one of my Snowjoe snowblower review, you'll notice where I commented about the bleepity bleep safety override switch. So I made a mental note that this weekend, coming up the weekend, which is now Saturday, that I was going to tackle that job and finally get it done. And I went to take it apart. And I remembered why I never did it to begin with in the first place. There's 5 screws. You can see that or not. There's 2 long ones that hold it to the handle. But it has these torque safety screws, Torx, or they're called security or tamper resistant. They require a special bit, and I don't know if you can see, it's a star drive, but then they got a little pin in the middle. So you have to have a bit or a driver that's got the little hole in the middle for the pin. Otherwise you can't get it out. So I had to go to the store and buy some of these. And I bought a whole set, because it seems like everything these days is coming with these. It's the new latest fashion for manufacturing to keep homeowners and do-it-yourselfers from messing with their equipment. Anyway, I got the bit, and I got it from my little driver there, and I finally got it taken apart. So that's what you need, and I think it's a T20 Torx. I'll hold that up here. I don't know if it's going to show up on the video or not. Anyway, if you buy the whole set, you don't have to worry about whether you got the right size or not. So these were made by DeWalt. Anyway, so there you have it. You got to get these screws out of here. The 2 long ones are regular Phillips, and then you got the 3 security Torx screws. I'm going to set that aside. Alright, I'm going to take the camera over and I'm going to show you how this thing works. I've already got the screws out of it, obviously, so you're not going to see that part of it. Okay, taking this thing apart. And there it goes. You got that cap and you got the spring there. Oh, next to my snowplow blade on my quad. Made by Moose. Looking inside this thing, you got the lever moves back and forth, but this little cap thingy, the spring goes inside there and presses it out. So let me get this camera set up. So if you look at this, it doesn't make contact, but there's a little temporary, momentary contact switch that this has to push on. And in order to do that, the spring holds it out so it won't make contact, so it sits in here like this. and it won't turn. But once you push on it, then it makes contacts, and then when you pull the lever, it turns. So the idea is, first, get rid of that spring. And watch this spring here. I've already lost it once. That little spring goes in there because you need that one. You don't need that one. You can toss that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to run a screw through here and bolt this down tight. And once that's tight, it'll be bypassed for good. So I'm going to, give me a minute. I'm going to drill this out and I'll come back. Well, for some reason, the video shut off. But anyway, I just pushed on through here till it got through. Reamed it out a little bit. And the screw appears to fit wonderfully. So I'm going to go like that. And you have to line this notch up here with that notch. So it'll go like that. And now I got to go find a nut driver to fit that. Well, let's see, will that one fit? Appears to be. Okay, I didn't tighten it too tight. So that spring, the long skinny one, is supposed to go in there. And it's not needed. It'll put, so with that screw in place, I don't know if you can see that. But this screw, the short fat one, goes right there. You do need that one in place. Let's go back over the snowblower and see how this is going to fit. We're going to put together there. And that should go in here. I'm going to push the spring back. There you go. One-handed operation from now on. I just got to put the screws back in place. Okay, I just flipped it upside down here just to show you where the screws go back in place. So I'm just going to these two are just standard Phillips. And this one, or these three, are the Torx, security Torx, or tamper-resistant Torx. because this is going in plastic. I'm not reefing on them. Alrighty, if you look down here at the blades, you should be able to see one hand. I don't know the purpose of them putting this extra safety thing in there. It's not like when you're out in the snow, you're going to have a toddler crawling in front of your blower here. I mean, who puts their kids in diapers out in the snow when you're working? I don't know. Maybe some people do. Maybe it's to prevent when you're cleaning. One thing I didn't show on my part 1, they do send this little shovel thing here, so you can clean like this, but it's not like you can reach the handle and you're going to have your hand in here unless you got 2 people running one snow machine. I don't know. They're probably going to be mad for me showing you how to bypass their safety, but they probably put it in because they're corporate lawyers. Said, hey, we got to do something so we don't get sued in case such and such happens. I don't know. In this world, people suing McDonald's because they spill their coffee in their lap, and it's McDonald's fault. I don't know what our country's coming to. Anyway, there it is. It works. I don't know if it's going to hold up without coming loose, but only time will tell. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. I'd like to thank you for watching. And hopefully I didn't have too much snot hanging on my mustache. A little bit cold and rainy out here. I don't see my hair being wet or not. But have at it. Peace out.